morning, everyone.
Morning.
I waited just so I got that. For those of you who don't know me, I'm Mr. Winter, principal here at Sally Ride, and very excited to be with everyone on such a special occasion. Before we get started, parents and family members, if you'd be so kind as to vibrate your cell phones, please. We want to make sure that we're respectful to all of our students today and families. Ladies and gentlemen, I'd ask you to please rise and face our flag for our Pledge of Allegiance. Introduce Mr. Picka, our 5th grade team leader, who's going to go ahead and take you through our program today.
Mr. Wood, thank you so much. What an exciting day. The 5th grade team would like to welcome everybody to Recognition 2015 here at Sally K. Ride Elementary. We're going to begin today's program by calling up our patrol captain, Jessica Williamson.
My name is Jessica Williamson, and I am the captain of the patrol. I would like to begin by thanking Mr. Picka, who is our patrol sponsor, and Officer Johnson, a Montgomery County police officer assigned to work with our school. They provide us with information and inspire us to keep students safe every day. Since the day I said the patrol pledge and became an efficient patrol in 1st grade, I've worked hard to be the best patrol that I could be. Taking care of kids, making sure they're keeping their hands to themselves, telling them to lower their voices from being too loud, and helping with any problems. I've been a patrol on my bus, and it's not easy, but I try my hardest and to make sure everyone made it to the bus and no one's standing up. But after all my hard work, I became one of the officers of the patrol. Comfort Spar and Lauren Tide as the sergeants, Kai Schuster and Serena Zadanis as the lieutenants, and I, Jessica Williamson, as the captain of the patrol. We have to make sure all the other patrols are doing what they are supposed to be doing and also help them out if they have a problem. Sometimes we forget to pick up 4th and 5th grade patrol for the month, but it all works out in the end. The students this year is coming to an end, and we have to go off to middle school. We had to hand over our responsibilities to 5 other 4th grade patrols. I am proud to announce Nahaji Hallowell and Josiah Lynn as the future sergeants, Bethany Fuss and Jasmina Fafana as the future lieutenants, and Marlon Mauricio as the future captain. I know that they will do an outstanding job of leading the patrol next year. Being a patrol has been an important opportunity and has helped me to gain confidence and show that I possess leadership skills. These are skills I can utilize for the rest of my life.
Jessica, thank you for doing such an outstanding job of leading patrols this year. Job well done. At this point in time, it's my honor to introduce a gentleman who is helping us to get better here every single day at Sally Ride with his positive energy, our assistant principal, Mr. Jackson.
Each year, all 5th grade students participate in a renowned writing competition, the Golden Key Award Contest. 2 award winners were chosen and will share their writing today, as well as have their names engraved on a plaque that will forever hang in the hall of Sally Ride Elementary. The writing this year will focus on our school charge to be respectful, responsible, and determined learners. Students were asked to reflect on their golden keys to success here at Sally Ride and how those success skills would support them in the future. Students had an option to write an essay, poem, or short story. Each homeroom teacher then selected 2 entries from their homeroom. All homeroom winners' entries were reviewed, and the final 2 were chosen to be the 2015 Golden Key Award winners. This year, I'm proud to announce the 2015 Golden Key Award winners, Kai Schuster and Comfort Squad. Squad. 'Cause, 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 'c Sally Ride. Their names have already been added. And at this time, I'd ask Ty Schuster to come and share his writing.
Hello, my name is Kai Schuster. The keys to success at Sally K. Ryan are respect, responsibility, and determination. When all these keys are put together, it makes the golden key. I'm going to tell you about why I have earned the Sally K. Ryan Golden Key Award. Each and every person has their own unique key. Each person makes bridges and grooves in his or her key through different experiences. When a new bridge or groove is added to the key, it opens a new door and a new opportunity. At Sally K. Ryan, each ridge represents a time when you were either respectful, responsible, or determined. The first value that forms my key is respect. I have shown respect in many ways over the course of my time at Sally K. Ryan. I have always respected the teachers and other students through my good behavior. I have got all demonstrating on my report card for 2 years in a row. This shows great respect for my teachers, fellow students, and my education. In addition, I have also shown my respect to the Maryland and U.S. flag when I was a safety patrol in 4th grade. I would raise the flag every morning and lower it every afternoon by not letting it touch the ground, holding it correctly, and handling it carefully. To this day, I still respect the flags. I learned that the golden rule that if I respected others, I would get respect back. I have also learned that if I respect objects, that I would appreciate these objects more and learn more. Finally, I learned that respect opens up more opportunities and in the present and future. The second value that forms my key is responsibility. I have had many responsibilities here at Sally K. Ryan over my last 6 years. The one responsibility that I think is the biggest responsibility is being an officer of the patrol force. With that, I supervise the patrol to make sure that they're doing what they're supposed to be doing. I have to do the same with the rest of the students. Some other responsibilities that I have had as a patrol was raising the flags in the morning and lowering them in the afternoon. Even another big responsibility was helping the kids and adults with the bus evacuation that we have about 2 times a year. Sometimes I'm seeing the kids and sometimes I'm helping the kids out of the bus. I help the bus driver by doing what he tells me to do and doing it correctly. My final big responsibility that I have is when we're working on gymnastics and PE. I usually help set up and take down the equipment. In order to do that, you have to show up early in the morning and before school starts and come right after class in the afternoon to take it down. You also have to place everything the correct way. You might have heard me say this already, but I learned with the responsibilities I have at Sally K. Ryan that you must show up on time and do the responsibility you're supposed to do the correct way. The final key to success here at Sally K. Ryan is determination. I've shown my determination at Sally K. Ryan over the past 6 years in many ways. One is that I've gotten all E's and the S's on my report card for 2 years straight. Also, with my determination, I reached my goal in run club even though I missed some practices due to my other commitment to drama as well. To meet your goal in run club, you must run 26.2 miles, which is hard to do when you miss after-school practices due to another commitment. Another way I showed determination was learning new songs in chorus and instrumental music. I learned that with determination, it is important to never give up and think positively when others would think negatively. I realized that all these keys to success will help me in the future in very similar ways. All of the examples of how I demonstrated all the keys to success will look good on my resume in the future and will help me to get into a good college and get a good job. In addition, these values will lead me even more opportunities that I have not even thought of. These opportunities will lead me to greatness. It will also help me get more respect from other people and will help me be more successful. Through my experiences over the last 6 years at SKR, I have already made my golden key. I will take my key with me into the future to make more bridges and groups. When added all together with my SKR experiences as the base, my future golden key will open up more opportunities for future success.
Hello, my name is Comfort Squire. Throughout my whole experience at SKR, I've used respectful, responsible, and determined learning skills. From the first day I stepped into SKR until the last day of school, these skills have helped me to do well. In all the years, my family, teachers, fellow classmates, and friends have helped me to reach my goal. I learned to stay focused, show respect and responsibility, and most importantly, show the golden rule. Treat others as you would want to be treated. One skill I used was determination. For example, in 3rd grade, I kept trying to become a patrolman. By June, I was one of the kids who was selected to become a patrolman. In 4th grade, I demonstrated my SOAR high skills to think bigger as becoming an officer. At lunch, one of the teachers announced the nominees that our homeroom teachers had selected. I was so glad when I was chosen, but also very nervous. I had confidence and believed I could get a spot on the team. And before I knew it, all that hard work paid off. I was chosen as sergeant on the team. In the future, I know that I can look back to this experience to help me in life, especially in college. It is important to remember to keep trying and to keep your expectations high. Another SKR key I used was responsibility. In 5th grade, I had a responsibility when I was in the play this year. When I was cast as the main character in the drama production at SKR, I had a responsibility to memorize my lines, say them with action, try to be there at every practice, and to make sure I got my acting part down. I also had a responsibility to be flexible and kind to others in the cast and crew. Not only in this play, but in other productions, such as the Once Upon a Lily Pad play. Even though for that play I was not the main character, I still had a part to play, big or small. In this experience, I know in the future, maybe when I get a job, that this can help me to handle responsibility, no matter how hard. The last SOAR high key I used was respect. Everywhere I had to give respect to teachers, students, and parents. Being respectful to others led to other people giving respect to me. I had to be respectful of others while testing or when they were talking, even if no one was watching. I tried to use respectful words to people here at SKR. In the future, for example, in middle school, when I give respect and be kind to others, I can make new friends that way, even in uncomfortable situations. In conclusion, for 6 years, these 3 keys have helped me to succeed academically and physically. I am sure I will continue to use them during 6th grade to succeed and not fail, in 7 different classes. My years at SKR have been wonderful, and I hope that it will be the same for me in middle school. I will remember to show respect, responsibility, and determination as well into high school, college, and beyond.
Comfort Squire, Kai Schuster, forever legends here at SKR with their names inscribed on the Golden Key plaque. Congratulations. At this point in time, we're to the part of our recognition ceremony where teachers will come up, say their final words of wisdom to their students, and we're going to begin with Mrs. Fritzinger.
On this occasion, the teachers like to give some words of wisdom to their departing students. And when I thought about what I was going to say this year, I also thought about when I was going into middle school. They called it junior high at that point. So you can tell it's been a long time. And the more I thought about it, the more I thought, wow, things have really changed over those times. So I went on the internet and I found a site by Scholastic that I'm hoping that you all might find useful as you go into middle school. It's called the Middle School Survival Guide. So I printed out a few of the pieces of advice that students who are in middle school have given, and I want to share them with you. If your friend is doing something that bothers you, let them know. Don't turn it into a big deal or fight. Don't be embarrassed if your school grades are good. Popularity does not matter at all. Friends are the most important because they're always there for you. In gym, bring deodorant. If you like someone, don't be afraid to tell them. Life is too short to worry about the small stuff. Always be yourself and never let your confidence get you down. Never text your friends in class. When your friend is being mean, talk to her and see what is wrong and try to help him or her fix it. Before a test, relax. Just believe in yourself and just be positive. Get your sleep. It makes you less cranky in the morning, gives you beauty, and makes you grow. Never be afraid to stand up for yourself. If you cannot remember to do homework, write it down and cross it out or highlight it to remember it. Do not copy people's actions or personalities because you like them. Your personality makes up who you are. All great pieces of advice from people who are already in middle school. Now, for my advice. Have hope, be strong, laugh loud, and play hard. Live in the moment, smile often. Dream big, remember you are loved, and never, ever give up. I'm now going to introduce my class, and as I call their name, they will stand up. If you could hold your applause until the whole class has been introduced. Johnson, Sean Calario, Denasia Lucas Brown, Madeline Moore, Tommy Nugent, William Portillo, Sayana Randolph, Carlos Rivas, Kai Schuster, Emily Silva Panetta, Rayon Tureen, Rebecca Taylor, Tristan Tiff, Alex Vargas, Shaylin Woods, Brian Bossy, Ashley Zent. This is my class. Give me a round.
Good morning. I feel so lucky to have had the opportunity to work with this fun-loving group of fifth graders this year. I want to say congratulations to you all on all of your accomplishments you've had this year. I'd like to take this one last opportunity to give you some advice to take with you to middle school. Work hard, stay focused, be respectful, responsible, and determined. We've heard those in our speeches from our fellow classmates. And I leave you with this final quote from Walt Disney. All our dreams can come true if we have courage to pursue them. So I'd like to introduce my class, my 2015 class of fifth graders. Brianna Carranza, Johan Chaco, Jamar Chi, Tatiana Close, Aaron Johnson, Daquan Kelly, Sarah Klein, Anthony Van, Nicole Walker, Give him a round of applause. And next up, Mr. Selak.
So for my final words to my fifth grade, I'm going to go back in time to our first week together. As some of you in the audience know, I've been at Sally Ride for several years, but this was my first year in fifth grade. So if you've ever started something new or had a new position, you understand that it carries a little bit of stress, a little bit of worry with it. So on that first day, that level of worry, that level of stress was pretty high. But the next day was a little less. The next day was a little less. And by the end of the week, I was feeling very positive about teaching fifth grade, and my worry had come down quite a bit. So I wrote this poem for my fifth grade, and I'm going to read it again, but I switched it up a little bit since we are at the end of the year right now. And the title of the poem is No More Worries. Thank you, fifth grade, for easing my worries. I no longer worry about teaching you because you are awesome learners. I no longer worry about leading you because you are the amazing role models I knew fifth graders would be. All the fifth grades who come next will be compared to you because you were the start, the beginning of a great thing. So here on our last day together, I can say to you, change can be worrisome, but it is still a good thing. It is now your turn to step into new places with new teachers and new schedules. Now, you will have worries as you learn more challenging concepts and accept new responsibilities. But remember that each challenge will give you a chance to succeed. Each class will give you the chance to learn and thrive. And each new day in sixth grade will give you opportunities to grow and mature. Hold on to the qualities and knowledge you have learned here at Sally Ride, but enjoy and don't worry too much about your big step forward. Congratulations on an awesome fifth grade year, and my best wishes for sixth grade. So I'd like to go ahead and introduce my fifth grade class this year. Fiona Adjicum, Abraham Vaquero, Pierre Barantes, Daniela Bediaco, James Bolin, Ezra Bryant, Kayla Chavez Rodriguez, Mia Farber, Sagala Gum, Jaquan Green, Aiden Hager, Jalen Hester, Kayla Hill, Mackenzie Lee, Michael Lee, Dylan Marshall, Nico Martin Sandoval, Tony McRoy, Tracy Mendoza, Tiffany Mayint, Jenny Nelson, Tinley Norbu, Tano Pagliarulo, Avantika Pandey, Maria Jose Parada, Ina Patel, Comfort Squire, Michaela Williams, and Maria Rayback. Please give them a round. Now I'd like to introduce Mr. Pickup.
Thank you, Mr. Selak. This is always one of my favorite times of the year, the final message. And I like to talk to all the fifth graders because I'm lucky enough to be the patrol sponsor here at Sally Ride. I'm lucky enough to work with Mr. Wynn with the Reading All-Star program and my homeroom. And what I'm going to talk to you all about today is you're leaving today, but you're leaving here with something very, very special. And you're asking me what that is. It's Sally Ride Pride. And you're probably thinking, well, what is Sally Ride Pride? Let me give you a few examples of what Sally Ride Pride is all about. I've been fortunate enough to have all the Manette children come through my 5th grade classroom. And one of the children, Owen, he was the one that they always thought, well, I don't know if he works as hard as the other kids. Well, Mrs. Manette just brought it to my attention that Owen has been accepted to the University of South Carolina to become a Gamecock. And not only that, but Owen received a scholarship. That is Sally Ride Pride. I think about the greatest profession that there is out there, that being a teacher. And I think and I reflect back to Ian Thorne, who sat up here on this stage many years ago and is working to become an educator now in Prince George's County. I think about Rocky Malik, who is a second-year teacher in Montgomery County. And I think about our own Mrs. Wolbert, 3rd grade teacher, who was once sitting up on this stage like you. That is called Sally Ride Pride. And finally, this gentleman, Mr. Wynn, walked this gentleman into my classroom in a state trooper's uniform this year. I'm thinking to myself, I know I'm not speeding on those back roads coming down from Frederick. And this gentleman, I had to take a double look at him, and there he was, Officer Bob. Officer Bob was with us when many years ago when he was in patrol. We nicknamed him Officer Bob because he had the desire to go into law enforcement. And Officer Bob came back to talk to our class, to let everybody know, including me, that he had become a Maryland State Trooper. That is Sally Ride Pride. Wrapping up, 5th graders, if you can keep yourself organized, focused, on task, you will be successful in the future, making good choices. I'm going to ask my class one last time to help me. This is our slogan in the classroom. Organization is the key to success. Not only in the classroom, but in life. Time for you to fly, Eagles. It is my honor to introduce my homeroom. Jason McLaughlin, Celine Ogbom, Arania Ahmed, Dylan Amin, Quavon Atkins, Marissa Baylor, Sean Benjamin, Jay Chapman, Jason Coleman, Armin Amadi, Anand Hawk, Brandon Harris, Angelina Ipembe, Jamil Kaburi, Jasmine Manu, Gabriella Miranda, Ian Morgan, Brenna Pagliarulo, Shannon Parao, Brandon Perkins, Robert Portillo, Kumar Sarah Bannon, Andre Sawyer, Natalie Say, Lauren Side, Oscar Soledad, Jaden Taylor, Jessica Williamson, and Serena Zadanis. Let's hear it from our audience. Before I turn the mic over, I hate to let go of the mic, you know that, Mr. Jackson. I'd like to thank Mrs. Side and everybody who helped this year in planning. And I thank you, Mrs. Side, because she was the person who headed off. She decided to chair the carnival and the recognition and all that stuff at the end of the year. She decided to be the chairperson. There are too many other people to name, but please, without them, our end of the year couldn't have been as successful. Please give it up. Thank you. it's that time to introduce the gentleman who leads this school. Sees the big picture. We might see our picture within 5th grade. He sees the big picture 1, 2, 3 years down the line. Let's give it up for the man who leads the school, Mr. Wynn.
So every year Mr. Pickett does this, I think he's going to have a heart attack at some point in time or another. But in all seriousness, I would like to thank all of our 5th grade teachers and staff who are in the building. So let's give them a round of applause. Each year I come up here, and first of all, I want to thank our boys and girls because I've known a lot of you since kindergarten. So I've had you for 6 years as students, and I've had many of your brothers, your sisters, cousins. And when I share my speech, there are 3 things I usually focus on. And I thought about switching it up this year, but the first 2 I'm not. Because the first people, the boys and girls, that you need to recognize that are the most important in your lives are your family out in the audience. Okay? They've been through 5th grade, 6th grade, 7th grade, 8th grade, high school, college, work. They will always, always, always be there to support you, so never hesitate to go ahead and ask them for help. Okay? So you have family first, right? The second most important thing you need to focus on is who your friends are. Choose them wisely. Make sure that they're really your friends. This is a case we always want. We live in a society where we always want more. I will tell you right now, less friends are better because they're going to be a lot closer to you. Choose your friends wisely, okay? Third thing, and I've used this with your town meetings, the part I added this year. It kind of took off, so I'm going to keep it. Stay in your lane, okay? Let's talk about what that means one more time about staying in your lane. Staying in your lane means focusing on the important things and not going into other people's lanes that you have no business being in, okay? So we have family, right? We have friends, and we have staying in your lane. If you can remember those 3 things from me, I promise you will be successful. Boys and girls, you are great people. One of the things that I'm most proud of here at Sally Ride, when I look up on this stage, is the diversity that we celebrate every day. And this, when I look at Sally Ride Elementary students in our school, this is what the real world looks like. And how it is we respect each other, and how it is we work together to be successful. Okay, family, friends, stay in your lane. I can keep going, but I'm not going to. You guys got it, right? All right. You guys ready? Boys and girls, please stand. I introduce to you the class of 2000.